So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. Throwing right, it's taken in.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Second down and 3. Richardson gonna look to throw. Going up top. That's hard. And he will go all the way. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown Colts. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own. This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. It's a big one for Tennessee. 33 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll look to throw. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's Spears. Marked down at the 6. Second and goal. Now this looks like a dive, but he's hit, and the ball's out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
So as you start operating your red zone offense, of course it goes without saying, Mike, you're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense on the field and see if they can finish this drive.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
He'll drop to throw. To the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Just think back to a few plays ago, Mike. This offense is finding themselves entering the red zone. It looked like we're about to see a touchdown, but that's how fast things can change in this game. The defense finds themselves with their back against the wall, coming up with a huge 4th down stop. Not only do they keep points off the board, but it's nicer to do it when you come off with the ball in your hand.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 87 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. 1 quarter in the books. 14-0 is our score. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw yet again. The throw on the run is complete. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose. and forcing third down. They'll try and run here with Spears. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up fourth down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Alvin Ridley. Touchdown Titans. Joey Sly on now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Titans are on the board. It's now 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Anthony Gould now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. First and 10. Throwing, Richardson. That's caught. It's Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On play action, Richardson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
Try again. It's second and 10. Richardson will give it to Taylor. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 6. Richardson to throw. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down. Throwing is Richardson. That's incomplete. daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. They'll start this drive on the ground with Spears. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. That caught Tony Pollard. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. And you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. It is complete. He finds Lockett. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. 3rd down, 3 to go. They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 4th down, the longtime special teams ace, Johnny Hecker on to punt. Anthony Gould deep for Indy. The returner will get away from it, and it's going to be marked down at the 15. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Going for it all. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Straight ahead, it's Spears. Spears, first down and more. They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
To the left side, caught by Ridley. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. That one good for 26 yards. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. It looked like the Titans were able to get back on this one. Indeed, they did. So Tennessee keeps the ball. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll look to throw. He's going to run it. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
That one, take it in. Tyler Lockett, touchdown Tennessee. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Slides, extra point, up and good. And the Titans draw closer here. It's 21-14. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. A short one taken at the 10. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, it's Richardson. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Out of a shotgun, Richardson. He's going to look for the home run ball. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught by Spears out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On second down, Spears. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? He'll drop to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. They say it's 4th and inches.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
He's going to pick up a Titans, and he's going to have the Jets.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by...
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw, Richardson. This is intercepted. Picked off by Roger McCreary.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down for Tennessee. Throwing now from the gun. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down. Back to throw. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And the Titans are going to be set up with a first and goal, as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3. Here's a run. I fumbled the football. And the defense has it. Oh, those hurt so much. Knocking on the door, getting down inside the 5 to fumble there. Greg, it never feels good to fumble, but in that spot on the field, that stings.
Yeah, it's just a brutal way to end this drive, but you got to give credit to defense. The philosophy of red zone defense, Mike, is takeaways and field goals. In this case, they force the big takeaway, and they keep
big opening up the middle. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. An even 100 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Point after, coming up here. He's got it. And the Colts have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Now they'll set up to throw. Complete. Ridley on the reception. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Just take what the defense is giving you. You can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
The throw on the run is complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Richardson. Open man downfield, it's Mitchell. They gain 18 yards on that block. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On the ground, it's Taylor. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Richardson to throw. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big gainer for Indianapolis. 36 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the Titans' 28-yard line.
To throw, it's Richardson. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And the Titans are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
He'll look to throw. Lockett brings it in out wide. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now a loose football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now he'll run it.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. He doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ridley, complete. To the air now on 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here for Ridley. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's complete to Lockett outright. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. They'll look to throw again. Quick throw, taken in. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. Spear. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. He'll run. And he will get into the end zone. Tajay Spears. Touchdown Titans.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
And he'll get into the end zone and get this one a couple of points closer. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. Here's Gould on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. They'll drop to throw. Wide open is the tight end. He's got this one. Look at the big man go. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that should all but put this one away, Mike. And we've had some big plays throughout this game, but none bigger than that one right there. They score on the long touchdown, and that makes this a 2-possession game here late.
They'll motion over Pierce. On the handoff, running left, that's Taylor. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This one downfield for Okonkwo. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Again, working deep downfield. That is caught. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. A big hole. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Indy. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Here comes a return from the goal line. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here we go. One final play. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the Colts. They finish off the regular season with some momentum. And they'll wait with bated breath to find out who they're going to play next week in the wild card round. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.